Yes, good morning, all. Good morning. Morning,
Morning,
dear
ma'am.
students. The screen is visible for you now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the last class, what we discussed actually, we have started with the OpenGL, the concepts here. In that case, we discussed about what do you mean by the OpenGL, what and all the libraries comes under the OpenGL, and what is the library organization of the OpenGL, and how you are going to specify the header files with respect to the OpenGL. Then along with that, we have also taken, if I want to write an one OpenGL program, all the steps that I need to follow. Then after that, we discussed about one of the simple program to draw a point at the origin here. And then also, along with that, we also discussed about how to draw a square at the center of the origin. Then we discussed about the coordinate reference frames also. What do you that means the bounding box is called actually the coordinate extents here, where we are going to specify the minimum and maximum values of the x and y values. Then screen coordinate, what is the scan line number and column numbers. Then apart from that, with respect to the monitor, which is the origin, and with respect to the mouse or the input devices, which is the origin, that also we discussed. Then apart from that, attributes for the pixels also, there are two types of when the functions are used. That is, one is used for set the pixels and another one is get pixel. Set pixel, it is used for setting the colors, setting the pixel color here into the frame buffer, and get pixels, what color has been set for by using set pixels, that color has been retrieved by using an get pixel function. Then we discussed about the GLU ortho2D. This is very important the topic. Do ortho2D, that is the orthogonal projection here. So that means how you are going to view your the particular the object here, that contains the four parameters, that is left, right, bottom, and also the top here. This is how you are going to specify with respect to the display. And apart from that, what is the other two companies or other two APIs are accompanied with the Glue Ortho2D is, one is the GL matrix mode and another one is the load identity. Then we also discussed about how you are going to display the window here. And suppose if I want to display the window 100 by 100, what code that you have to write here? That is GL matrix mode, GL projection, load identity, GL ortho 2D. So this is the code for representing the display window of the size 100 by 100. So like that, we also seen if it is if this is an origin here. In this case, the minus 50, plus 50, minus 50, and plus 50. Suppose if you are taking the left bottom corner as the origin, and then this will come actually 200 and 200 like this here. And remaining the x minimum and y minimum value will be 0 here. This is what we discussed in the last class here. So the today is the next is we'll move to the next the topic is OpenGL point here. So how you are going to specify the point here? Obviously, the OpenGL point is represented as a coordinate position in the word reference. That means whenever if you want to specify the point, obviously, so we must specify the coordinate reference coordinate values here. That is x and y values here. So whenever if you are specify, if you are assume that you are not applying the any object or any color for that particular the OpenGL point, a point primitive called the point here. In such situation, the default color for that point will be always white, and the default size of the point, if you are not specifying the any size or if you're not applying the any color, how you are going to apply the color by using in GL color 3F functions, and how you are going to apply the size of by using what exactly the GL point size. These two are the function that is used for applying the color and also as well as the size here. Suppose if you are not applying the any color, or if you are not applying the any, or if you are not specifying the any size of the point, then the default size of that particular the point is always equal to the size of the pixel position on the screen here. The size of the pixel position will be and defaultly defined by the systems here, so that will not be specified externally. If you are not specifying the any size, then the default size of the screen pixels will be your the size of your the any primitive here. So then how you can specify, suppose if I want to specify the point here, what is the OpenGL functions that we need to use for specifying the any primitive? That is, this is in general the function here, GL vertex star here. What this star indicates here, the star is indicated with suffix with the star actually suffix with the three particular the codes here, that is NTV, where V specifies the vector or the pointer to an array, and T specifies the data type. It may be the integer or short or the float or the double, and N specifies the dimension, like 2 dimensions or the 3 dimensions are what. For example, GL vertex 2F. That means 2F means what exactly? You are going to specify the primitive in two-dimensional view, 2F of some values. That means you are going to specify what exactly the point coordinate values with respect to the x and y here. So this is what how you are going to specify the OpenGL point. Then if I want to specify the point functions, which functions, what is the primitive I must use? GL underscore point is the primitives that is used to specify the point. And suppose if then this is the function, that means this is what the primitive that I am going to draw here. So then I want to draw that particular the primitive, no? So for that we must make use of another function called GL begin. GL begin function, what it will do, it is always used to specify the beginning of the primitive. If I use GL begin of GL underscore point means what it understood, that you are going to begin the which primitive, you are going to start drawing the point primitive function here. Then we'll have GL end is the function that is used for specifying the end of that particular the primitive. Example here. Let us take one example. This suppose I want to plot the three equally spaced point with a slope of 2. As we know that the slope intercept form will be y is equal to mx plus c. Initially, c is actually the constant here. Initially, let us take x is equal to 0 here. Let us take x is equal to 0. Then when you apply this value to y is equal to mx here, you will be getting 0. That means here the x is equal to 0. When you take the x is equal to 0, y will be 0. Then second one is, let us take x is equal to 25, then y will be obviously 50. X is equal to 50 means y will be obviously 100 here. So that whenever if you are going to plot x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, here you are going to plot one point. Then next is x is equal to 25, it comes somewhere, and y is equal to 50, here you are going to plot one point. Then x is equal to 50 and y is equal to 100, here you are going to plot another point here. Okay, so uh, the equivalent OpenGL code is GL begin of, suppose if I want to draw these points, what is the code that you are going to write? GL begin, GL point, this is the primitive that I am going to draw. This GL begin is used for what is specifying the which primitive that you are going to draw. Then GL vertex 2i 0 comma 0. Here I have taken I as an integer value. 2 is the two-dimensional here. Okay. GL vertex 25 comma 50. GL vertex 2i 50 comma 100. GL end. This is the code to draw this equivalent point here. Is this clear for all of you? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alternatively, you can write this code also. When you write this code, when you're specifying the point array, that is what actually this star indicates here. Here V. If you are specifying the array, V stands for the array pointer here. Int point of 1, 0, comma 0. Here you have to mention 2i V of 0.1. This is another way. Usually we'll be making use of this particular the code only. And if you are making use of in the C++ class, this is how you are going to specify the function. Class points 2D public float to x comma y. Okay, then this is how you are going to specify the things. That is not much important, these things. You just only concentrate on these two. Next. This is about the this is what we discussed is about how you are going to specify the OpenGL function, OpenGL pointer. What is the attribute of the pointer? So that is also very important. So explain, define the point functions and also explain the attributes of the point functions. There are actually the two attributes of the point function. That is, one is color and another one is the size. Keep it in mind. One is color and another one is the size. Color is what exactly? The color is used to specify the color for that particular the point function. Which function is used for specifying the color? That we have already discussed, GL color 3F. This is the function that is used for applying the foreground color. Foreground color means foreground which I am going to draw. I am going to draw the point function here. So that if I want to apply an function, the color for the point, then GL color 3F is used. The same manner, if you want to apply the size for that particular the point, GL point size of size is used. And this size it may be the floating point value, or it may be even though if you are given actually the floating point like 10.0, it will be rounded up to what exactly the integer value only. So that the size determines the number of horizontal and vertical pixels here. If size is equal to 1 means 1 pixel according to the screen coordinate. Size is equal to 2 means 2 into 2. 2 into 2 means that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2 pixels here. Each point can also be colored separately by using what exactly? By using a GL point size here. Okay. So this is about the point function. So how the point function is used, or point function can be specified by using a primitive called GL underscore point here. And GL begin is the function that is used for specifying the beginning of the primitive. How you are going to specify GL begin of GL underscore point here. Then after that we should mention actually if you want to apply the what is the attributes of the point functions. There are two attributes of the point function. That is, one is what exactly? One is color and another one is the size. The color can be applied to this. Same thing, display, clear, color clear, line width, year. You are applying an dashed line. If you want to make use of the different line styles, GL line stipple function must be used. 1 comma 0 comma. This is what exactly 16-bit. That means you are going to repeat the pattern 1. That means one dashed line and one here how it is going to be drawn is like this, one dashed line, next is no line is going to be drawn, next is another, because you are going to repeat the pattern only once. Then GL begin, this is the line is used for drawing this end function flush. GL line stipple, this is used for this function is used for dashed, and this function is used for draw the dotted line here. You can see here this is 00FF is used for the dashed line, and if you want to draw the dotted line, you can change your 16-bit integer value according to this. This is what the line is, this is how the line is going to be drawn, dashed. That means here the one dash means the pixel is on. Next is blank means that the pixel is off. Understood? Here also one dot means pixel is on. Next is no dot means the pixel is off here. This is how the line is, how function is, the program to draw a dotted and the dashed line here. Is this clear for today's class? That is how to draw a point and what is the attribute is used for drawing the point. Yeah, what are the attributes that comes under the point function. Then how to draw a line and which function is used for drawing a line, or what functions you are going to use to start beginning of the primitive like the line here, and what is the 4 different types of the attributes of the line, that is multiple line or the polyline, line strip, line style, and another one is the line width here. And also we also discussed about the programs, that program specifies how you can draw the line, line loop, line strip, and line stipple, line style. How you can also apply the line style of the different styles of the line, and along with that we also discussed about the curve functions here. So I think all of you understood the concept now. Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.